What's going on, y'all? I'm Czar, and in this video we're taking a look at the Smart Bundle from Sonible because this is on sale for $249 until the end of the month, till the end of November 2023. Now at this price, $249, you're getting 6 plugins in this bundle, and that's going to come down to about a little over $40 per plugin, which is the lowest price I've seen for this bundle. And this new pricing or sale came from the new smart de-esser that was added to the smart bundle, and in celebration of that they're doing this $249 price tag. So the 6 plugins that you get in this bundle is the Smart De-ess, Smart EQ 3, Smart Comp 2, Smart Gate, Smart Reverb, and Smart Limit, and we're going to check all of them out on this session right here. This is a artist named Simone Curry, and on her vocal we're going to use Smart Reverb, Smart De-ess, the Smart EQ 3, Smart Comp 2, and Smart Gate, and then on the master bus we're going to use Smart Limit. All right, so let's first start by playing this vocal without anything on it. Oh, and let me add this. So if you're not familiar with Sonible plugins, they are all AI powered, and they allow you to get quick results by analyzing your source material, and it suggests settings, and then from there you can tweak and go further, which is what we're going to do here. All right, so let's play this vocal without any processing.
I want it to be real to me, but it stares at me like a star from the earth. Must be real if it shines so bright, but here I am, still cold in the dead of night. And that's what I feel about it. That's what I say about love sometimes. That's what I know about it.
All right, so you can hear we got a pretty bright vocal, got some S's sticking out. We'll address that with Smart De-ess. Definitely want to add a little bit, because the vocal is so bright, I want to add some low mids and add some warmth to it. So we'll do that with the Smart EQ. Compression, when we get there, I'm going to take another listen and see if there's any part here I feel needs compression, which will kind of determine how I set the compressor for this. And then Smart Gate, really don't need gating on this vocal, but I just want to show you how you can do it with Smart Gate. And then of course with Smart Reverb, we'll add some reverb to this. But let's start with Sonible's newest plugin, Smart De-ess. So when you first pull this up, it's going to say Analyze Voice. So let's play this and do that.
I want it to be real to me, but it stares at me like a star from the earth. Must be real if it shines so bright, but here I am, still cold in the dead of night. And that's what I feel about it.
All right, so let's run this back and see what it has suggested and done here. And let's see how these S's are now coming through.
I want it to be real to me, but it stares at me like a star from the earth. Must be real if it shines so bright, but here I am.
All right, so I'm going to turn up the suppression to 60, which is just going to suppress the S's a little more. We have sharp, balanced, and soft. I'm going to leave it at balanced for now. Really don't have any plosives here, but we'll take a look at the gain reduction over here on the right and just see if we're getting any plosives, but I'm not hearing any.
I want it to be real to me, but it stares at me like a star from the earth.
Okay, so that's too much on the suppression. I'm going to back it back to about 55.
I want it to be real to me, but it stares at me like a star from the earth. Must be real if it shines so bright, but here I am, still cold in the dead of night. And that's what I feel about it. That's what I say about love sometimes.
All right, let's focus on these S's in this loop here.
That's what I say about love sometimes.
And without it.
That's what I say about love sometimes.
And one more time with it.
That's what I say about love sometimes.
All right, so it's definitely suppressing the S's, and I'm happy with that. You also have your max gain reduction over here on the right, that if you wanted to do, this will let you set how much gain reduction the de-esser is doing. All right, let's move to the next one, which is Smart EQ. I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to go to vocals high, and then we'll analyze this as well. Let's go back to, let's find where we started.
I want it to be real to me, but it stares at me like a star from the earth. Must be real if it shines so bright, but here I am.
Okay, so let's take a look at what it did. So it cut some low mids, added some high mids. So that's what it suggested, but that's not what I'm going for this vocal. So I'm going to add a high pass filter and roll that off at about 80 hertz. And instead of it cutting this low mid, I'm going to actually bring that up some. So let's go to about, let's try 230 hertz.
I want it to be real to me, but it stares at me like a star from the earth. Must be real if it shines so bright, but here I am.
All right, let's go without it.
I want it to be real to me, but it stares at me like a star from the earth. Must be real if it shines so bright, but here I am, still cold in the dead of night. And that's what I feel about it. That's what I say about love sometimes.
All right, one more time. I'm going to bring it in and out.
I want it to be real to me, but it stares at me like a star from the earth. Must be real if it shines so bright, but here I am, still cold in the dead of night. And that's what I feel about it.
All right, so I'm happy with that low end that I added. We can see it's also cutting some of the high mids up there. It looks like around 7K, probably trying to deal with some of that sibilance. All right, next one is Smart Comp. All right, so Smart Comp 2. This is a very versatile compressor, and I've got a loop here where, so generally with compression, you're either going to want to turn something down or bring something up. With this, I'm going to want to turn this down. So if you hear the beginning of some of these phrases, how loud they are, I'm going to look to address that with Smart Comp. This is without Smart. I mean, Smart Comp is on, but you see we're at a 1-to-1 ratio, so we're not doing any compression. But let's listen.
And that's what I feel about it. That's what I say about love sometimes. That's what I know about it. That's what I say about love sometimes.
All right, so definitely this, let's see, this, that, and this one too. We're going to look to deal with that with compression. All right, so we'll do the same thing. We'll go to vocal high and we'll analyze.
And that's what I feel about it. That's what I say about love sometimes. That's what I know about it. That's what I say about.
All right, looks like that's a lot of gain reduction. So this is what it suggested. I'm going to tweak this because I kind of know what I'm going for with this vocal. So 2.3 ratio, I'm just going to go ahead and pull that up to 3. And let's adjust this threshold till I get the amount of gain reduction I'm going. I think I'm going to turn that down, maybe about 6 dB.
And that's what I feel about it. That's what I say about love sometimes. That's what I know about it. That's what I say about love sometimes. That's what I know about it. That's what I say about love sometimes. That's what I know about it.
All right, so we're getting about 6 to 7 dB gain reduction. Let's go back and hear how it sounds overall.
And that's what I feel about it. That's what I say about love sometimes. That's what I know about it. That's what I say about love sometimes.
All right, I'm going to bring the threshold down to -20. I'm going to get just a little more gain reduction on it. Let's go for maybe about 8 dB.
And that's what I feel about it. That's what I say about love sometimes. That's what I know about it. That's what I say about love. All
right, we'll go ahead and bring that down just a little more. And let's look at some of the other features on smart comp too. So this spectral compression settings down at the bottom here, we have different style, spectral compression, which is really breaking up the audio into almost like different bands, kind of almost functioning as a multi-band compressor in a way to really smooth out the vocal. And then we have a color control where you can go dark to bright. I'm going to darken this up because the vocal is already so bright. So let's turn this way. And for the style, this is so right now it's set to clean. Vocal is pretty clean sounding, so I'm going to add some dirt, or turn this up towards the dirty to add some dirt, just add some saturation too. All right, let's check it out now.
And that's what I feel about it. That's what I say about love sometimes. That's what I know about it. That's what I say about love sometimes.
All right, so that's too much. Let's go down to, let's go down about 40. And I'm going to turn off this auto makeup gain so I can do my own output gain.
And that's what I feel about it. That's what I say about love sometimes. That's what I know about it. That's what I say about love sometimes.
All right, I'm happy with that. All right, so those parts that we really added compression to, let's listen to that one more time with and without. This is without.
That's what I know about it. That's what I say about love sometimes.
And with it.
That's what I know about it. That's what I say about love sometimes.
All right, much more controlled. All right, let's move over to, Smart Gate. Let's hit Smart Gate. All right, so same thing. We're going to set this to vocals, and we'll analyze it.
That's what I know about it. That's what I say about love sometimes.
All right, so let's adjust this. With Smart Gate, would do if there's like some background noise when she's not singing, the gate will close and not let any audio then at that point. Let's go back to kind of where we started. All right, so I'm going to adjust this so we're not getting so much, so the gate's not closing so fast and sound like it's like cutting her off.
I want it to be real to me, but it stares at me like a star from the earth. Must be real if it shines so bright, but here I am, still cold in the dead of night. And that's what I feel about it. That's what I say about love sometimes. That's what I know about it. That's what I say about love sometimes.
Okay, so you can see what I did there. I brought down the tolerance, which is going to make the gate open and close smoother. I also slowed down the attack to 20 milliseconds, and I slowed down the release to 300 milliseconds. All right, so that is Smart Gate. Also works obviously really good on drums. Like you can see what we have the option for here. We've got speech, vocals, we've got guitar, kick, snare, toms, hi-hat. Great gate to use on drums. All right, Smart Reverb. Let's add some reverb now. All right, so we'll set this to vocals.
I want it to be real to me, but it stares at me like a star from the earth.
All right, so the settings that we have some pretty cool features on this reverb. We can freeze the reverb. We can do infinite, which means obviously it'll go on and on. But for this, I'm going to adjust the send until I get a level I want.
I want it to be real to me, but it stares at me like a star from the earth. Must be real if it shines so bright, but here I am.
Okay, so I'm good with that. So with this, we can go between intimate, rich, natural, and artificial. So I'm going to move this around and get something I like. Actually, while I'm doing that, let's bring the send up just so I can really hear it.
I want it to be real to me, but it stares at me like a star from the earth. Must be real if it shines so bright, but here I am, still cold in the dead of night. And that's what I feel about it. That's what I say about love sometimes. That's what I know about it.
All right, so I'm going to go in between natural and rich. Let's bring the send back down. And I'm also going to turn up the pre-delay to about 30, we'll do 35 milliseconds is fine.
I want it to be real to me, but it stares at me like a star from the earth. Must be real if it shines so bright, but here I am, still cold in the dead of night. And that's what I feel about it.
All right, so one thing you'll notice with this reverb, you don't have options like hall, plate, anything like that. But, we can adjust the decay as well as speed and density to get exactly what we need. And you can see this graph at the top is showing the decay, and you can see it decaying through that. All right, last one. Let's go to smart limit. All right, so smart limit, we're going to set this to, let's just go to pop 2010. And we're going to, so this has really good metering on it, and you can set a target to, whatever you're, mastering for. Let's just go to Apple Music for this. Apple Music. And when you hit quality check, it's going to check your levels and everything and suggest, what you need to do to get this in target for, per se, Apple Music. All right, so do the same thing. We'll hit play and I'll analyze it. Actually, I don't even know if this is pop. We'll just go to Universal.
I want it to be real to me, but it stares at me like a star from the earth. Must be real if it shines so bright, but here I am, still cold in the dead of night. And that's what I feel about it.
All right, so now that we've got that, let's go ahead and hit this quality check and see what it's saying. But you can see also we've got soft and hard for the limiting. It can add saturation, balance, and we also have bass control, which will help with the low end.
I want it to be real to me.
Yeah, I forgot this is going to get really loud because it is a limiter. So I'm going to pull back the output some. All right.
I want it to be real to me, but it stares at me like a star from the earth. Must be real if it shines so bright, but here I am, still cold in the dead of night.
All right, so you can see with the quality check, I've got green checks. Everything looks good. Says the input gain is good. Peak level is good. So let's add some saturation to this.
I want it to be real to me, but it stares at me like a star from the earth. Must be real if it shines so bright, but here I am, still cold in the dead of night. And that's what I feel about it. That's what I say about love.
You can see over here on the right, it says Apple Music will turn down the track by, it was about 6 dB. So, that lets you know how hard you're hitting this, how loud you are, and it'll, suggest to turn that down before you, do your final master. All right, let's bring this in and out, and we can do constant gain here so we don't hear the level difference.
I want it to be real to me, but it stares at me like a star from the earth. Must be real if it shines so bright, but here I am, still cold in the dead of night. And that's what I feel about it. That's what I say about love sometimes. That's what I know about it.
All right, so that's smart limit. So again, this whole smart bundle is $249 right now until the end of the month, November 2023. And of course, I'll have a link in the description if y'all want to check this out, learn more about it, or pick it up. If you're using any of the Sonible plugins, even the ones in the peer bundle, comment and let me know what you're using and how you're using them. I use Sonible plugins all of the time. Smart Limit I use for my podcast, Faders Up podcast, as well as Smart EQ as well. Smart Comp I use when I need some general compression. and Smart Gate I use a lot on drums. And Smart De-ess is new, but I'm starting to incorporate that in my workflow as my go-to de-esser. So all of these get used for me, but definitely comment and let me know what you have and what you're using or how you're using them. All right, if you enjoyed this video, I appreciate a thumbs up. And if y'all want to continue to see content from me, then y'all know what to do.